You tune in to DLeeFamily&Freinds. Next clip, next videos you see of my daughter. Tune in.
And it's been lingering.
Is that why your room stink? It smells like vinegar. For real, is that why your room stink?
I don't know.
Okay, I just got done talking to your brother. He explained what his 17-year-old summer looks like during summer school. So, how old are you?
14.
14. So before we get into asking you a whole bunch of questions, explain this poster that you got up that looks a little demonic for somebody who's wondering.
It's not demonic. It's just something. I don't know.
You just be putting stuff up, you don't know what it is. So look,
It's just colorful and cute. So
Yeah.
I put it up.
You'll never wake up and get scared. I'm like, what is this?
No. It's just for decoration. Like, I don't like a plain wall.
I'm in agreement with you. So
Well, I have multiple plain walls, but yeah.
So what is it like for a 14-year-old in today's society?
It's definitely different from y'all.
How you know? You ain't have you know. Y'all keep trying to act like we old, bro. We're not old. We're in our 30s.
Based off what y'all be saying, it's definitely different. Like,
Okay, talk to me.
times are different.
What do you think is different?
Like, kids are more, like, I feel like, I don't know, I just say, like, it's different. Like, y'all didn't have phones back then, like y'all did.
Yes,
like,
we did.
y'all, not how, you know, how we have phones now.
What does that mean?
Like, y'all didn't have what we had, you know?
I don't know what that means. We had phones.
And then, like, there's, like, parties, you know?
You don't think we had parties?
No, you not even let me talk.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
There's parties that, like, our age now, like, in the new time. Like, it's parties or whatever that, and then parents be like, okay, cool, go ahead. And I feel like back then, like, at my age, y'all, it's like, nah. Like, y'all think it's grown back then, you know? But I'm just saying it's different now.
What if I told you that everything that you're experiencing and you going through and you're doing, we did the same thing?
I'm not saying y'all did.
It may look different, but it was the same.
Like, some stuff now is different from back then.
I have a question for you. Have you ever seen, and this is before my time. It really is. This is actually old. It's going to make me sound old, but this is the only thing I can compare it to that I know that you kind of know what it is. You ever seen the movie House Party?
Yeah.
Right. They had parties back then. And that's before my generation. I'm in my 30s.
You know how old they were? They were older than me. And I'm saying, like, as my age now, I'm saying, like, it's
as a 14-year-old.
Yes.
Oh,
like from back then.
So a 14-year-old, you can, they got clubs that y'all can go to.
No, I did not say clubs. I said parties.
Okay, parties.
Like pool parties, you know. And now I feel like I'm more trust with my parents, you know. Because, like, I'm sure if back then, if I was like, oh, I want to go to Carowinds or whatever, and say, like, my mom was Mimi back then, like, I feel like Mimi would be like, well, what parent, and da, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so when you say back then, give me, like, how many years you're talking about? Because you make back then sound like a long time ago. So I want you to put a year, like, do you talk about 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Like, how long are you talking about?
Like 40 years ago, 35, 40 years ago, 30, 34, 40 years ago.
So, I'm a millennial, right? That means I'm in my early 30s.
You're not in your early 30s.
I'm in the mid 30s. I'm exactly mid as of a week or two ago. So I'm in my mid 30s. So I wouldn't know anything about 35 or 40 years ago. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't.
34 to 40 years ago. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you, like I told your brother, technically you're old at 14 because Dax and Dallas are like 3 and 5. So really, y'all are like really old and out the loop.
No, we're not out the loop. They are out the loop. This is the time to party.
So guess what? When they get 14, they're gonna really look at y'all like y'all are old. Y'all just we don't do that stuff anymore. So y'all are at that stink spoil age.
Nah.
Yep.
I wanna have fun.
Yeah. At 14, that's all kind of you want to do is have fun. That's really how you wake up and go to sleep. You agree or disagree?
Probably.
Yep. So you are going to be a freshman. What are you most excited, scared, or anticipating?
I'm not scared.
Okay. And nothing scares you about being a freshman? Fresh meat?
Not really.
Okay. What are you more excited about?
Nothing really.
So you don't, another kid.
Like, oh, it's cool. Like, I'm going to high school, but like everybody's going to high school. You know?
Not everybody.
I'm not saying everybody, but most 14-year-olds are going into high school.
Do you like high school? I mean, do you like school? Do you like school? I know you don't know because you haven't been to high school. Do you like school?
It's all right.
It's all right. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
7.
So you give it a C. That's not bad. Your brother gave it an F. He hate everything about school. Okay. So my next question for you is, if you wasn't going to school, like let's say I told you tomorrow, like since you said school is a C, you never could go to school again, what would you do?
Well, I would say that's not good because then I would definitely be bored. But like at the same time, like I don't want to work. Like I don't want to like do no schoolwork. But like say like we won the lottery and like I got homeschool or whatever. Like I would love that. But then at the same time, like I like to have friends and I like to be social with people because it's not cool to be not like social, and it's like you need that to function for like you don't need it, but like to grow up with, so you'd be like you were social back in the day and stuff.
Okay, let me ask you another question. So if you didn't go to school no more at all, I just said you wasn't going to school no more, what would you rather go to work every day?
Work? What do you mean work?
Like the thing you're going to do after you graduate high school and after you go to college, you go get a job and work is what I mean.
I could be a model.
I'm not disagreeing, but what if you don't become a model and you have to get a regular job, 9 to 5? Would you rather do that or school? Because for a lot of people, those are the options. Not saying that you can't become a famous, wealthy model.
I'll become a content creator and then I will become a model because I watched this Netflix series and it was basically about this girl. She was a geek and everybody picked on her or whatever. And then her school had a field trip and they went it was like to a model agency type of thing, and they saw like all the famous people model and walk and stuff on the runway thingy and all of that. And the geek girl, whatever, she made a bad impression at first. But then it was like, whoa, it looks like you have like a good face and stuff like that. Like you'll be a perfect model. And then ever since then, she started going up from there. And now at school, everybody loves her and wants to be her friend and not picking on her and stuff. And I just think that's so cool. And like she's a very good model. And like she got to go to Paris and all this stuff. And
so is that
the boy of her dreams? He was another model or whatever. It's just so cool.
Her dad didn't kill him in the middle of the movie?
No, her dad was actually very happy for her.
It wasn't a good movie then. So that's going to be you, is what you're saying?
I wish, but I don't think that will happen because that's kind of like, fairy tale.
Okay, so that's your fairy tale. So, okay, well, let's get back to reality then. So, I don't know. We don't know what the future holds. It could be your fairy tale, but if not, so why your generation don't like to work? And it's not just your generation, because our generation was like that, the one before us, but it's like y'all have a thing about work. Like, I don't know. Why y'all don't like to work?
I don't want to work. Because why work when you have parents that work? Like,
so when you get older, you think we're going to work for you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think when I get older, we should have millions of dollars, and then I wouldn't have to.
So you think that if I made millions and millions of dollars, you wouldn't have to work?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't have to work. Like, I wouldn't have to, like, slave. Like, I wouldn't have to be in no commercial food place cooking fries and stuff like that. Like, if I'm working, that's because I have my own business, and it's like I have my own business or whatever, and like say I did makeup or whatever, like I just gotta figure out how to do the makeup or whatever, tell them the formula and stuff, and then I have what's that person that always be beside like the famous people that be like helping them a lot?
I'm not sure. You tell me.
It's like
I don't know no famous people.
It's not a butler, but it's like
an assistant or manager.
Assistant, and I can help. I can tell my assistant to help me and stuff. Like that's what my work would be. Like I wouldn't be doing a 9 to 5.
So why can't that be your work anyway? Regardless, even if your dad doesn't make millions of dollars, why can't you create your?
It could, but it can also help me create a foundation.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying, why you can't create your own business anyway? Why do you have to?
Well, because I wouldn't want to create my business. Everybody has a business. I don't want a business. I don't want to do everything. I don't want to do something everybody does. Everybody wants to be a doctor. Everybody wants to be a lawyer. Everybody wants to be an anesthesiologist. Everybody want to have their own business. Everybody want to do it. Everybody want to do everything.
Right.
Like everybody has done everything. It's nothing new to do. Everybody decorated a light. Everybody decorated everything. If I was to do something, I'm going to be the Flash. I'm going to create something weird. I want to do something weird that nobody ever thought of, and then I'll be the first one. They'll be like, "Oh my god, like I should have thought of that." You know what I mean?
So when you gonna start working on that?
In order to become the Flash, I need to get like electrocuted, make some fast shoes and stuff.
I think I could help you with the electrocution part. All right, you want to sign me out?
What's that mean?
And you say I'm the one that's old. Sign me out my YouTube. Tell my people goodbye. The people that's watching my channel.
Okay. Bye. Bye, guys.